Okay, we're gonna be on the air right now, so have fun. It'll
Okay,
be
welcome,
great.
welcome everyone to TVOSJ, the voice of San Joaquin, right here off the Miracle Mile in Stockton, California. It is now time for the Vigil Show.
Welcome to the Vigil Show, and I have an awesome guest representing the EIU 2015, represented from San Joaquin. So tell me, introduce yourself, please.
Hi, I'm Omi Ibiabuchi, one of the ESIU Local 2015 organizers for San Joaquin County.
So tell me about. I've been hearing great. I heard. When I went to the rally to protest with you guys last couple months ago, um, we had a fight get people the supervisor to make an increase on your contract. I was told there's rumor that you're almost to the agreement with the bargaining table. Is that true or not? Tell me how did that happen?
Yes, the bargaining team was able to reach a tentative agreement with the Board of Supervisors, um, and right now we're in the ratification process of it.
So ratification means to finishing it of the contract.
Ratification right now, what that is, we are presenting the tentative agreement to what the bargaining team was able to win. We're presenting that to our IHSS providers right now and giving them the opportunity to vote on our contract, which the bargaining team is recommending a yes vote, but the vote process allows every provider to hear what the bargaining team brought back and then to make their own decision on that.
So in other words, did they get their increase yet, or they're getting their 1% bargaining for supplies, or what are the difference between the old contract and the new contract that has been implemented?
So nothing has been implemented yet. In order for us to be able to implement, the San Joaquin IHSS providers need to vote on their contract, and that's the process we're in right now. And then after that, there's still another process to go forward before the actual contract can go through the can be implemented. So we haven't got to implementation just yet. We have to see the results of the ratification and what the providers of San Joaquin actually say before it can get implemented. This tentative agreement can get implemented. The changes and improvements of the contract, the difference of what you asked regarding the contract, it has been a long time since San Joaquin County providers have received a wage increase above minimum wage. So that's one of the positive changes in the contract, is that they will see wage increases over the next 3 years above minimum wage. Our county has had our prior contract had supplies, which you mentioned, and the improvement is just making sure that we have increased the funding to the supplies every single year. Now there's more funding for the supplies versus the prior contract where the supply funding was over a 3-year period, where now every year the supply funding is renewed. And there's also some other improvements that have been made, and we want to encourage folks to come out and talk with bargaining team members and talk with other IHSS providers about the contract and take home what we call a tentative agreement summary. So then you have a copy of the changes and improvements to the contract when you leave the vote.
So,
Or if you're voting
in other words,
by
can you
mail.
can you help I'm sorry for it. So for people who doesn't know what you mean by a tentative agreement, is that a word that when the union member have to decide which are important to them, the wages or the supply or the more hour, and they want to wait for 3 more years for their above minimum wages. What did that mean to them? That's a good question.
A ten- yes, a tentative agreement. So, a tentative agreement, what that means, um, when we started bargaining, we had asked everybody what they wanted, and we did that through a survey. Based on that survey, that's what we negotiated was the most important things our members requested. The tentative agreement, what the tentative agreement is for example, our wage improvements. Our wage improvements are tentatively agreed upon, and the reason we say tentatively, it's because we have to have a vote to confirm if our members do want the different changes to the contract. And as I mentioned, like the supplies, as you pointed out earlier in the program, like our supplies.
Right.
Sometimes the supplies run out, and the reason is because of the funding. So that was something that the bargaining team had thought was for the funding of the supplies to be increased, so that there are more supplies for the San Joaquin providers if somebody needs gloves or masks or wipes. And so it's tentatively agreed that the funding will be increased, but the only way to confirm that will happen is through the providers actually voting on all the different elements of the contract that have been modified and improved. And that's what they'll also be receiving in the mail this week, is also a copy of the tentative agreement summary explaining the modifications. And then members also can vote by mail, because we did mail out the information so that they can vote at home as well.
Oh, awesome! So have you guys have gone to the supervisor meeting lately as a group member this coming week? Are you gonna be able to have them? Are you gonna have them remind themselves about the contract coming up for modification changes?
So right now we are focused on presenting the changes to our members. So we won't be at the Board of Supervisors again until we hear from our members on what they think about the modifications. And so once we hear back from our members over this week and through next week, then we'll go to the Board of Supervisors to let them know what our members think about the modifications, and then that will be the next time we'll go back to the Board of Supervisors. So it will be sometime later on this month, because we will not be there tomorrow. So it'll be the next Board of Supervisors, perhaps.
That's awesome. So a lot of people who were fighting to get this particular contract to move, it did make
It helped a lot.
result. Yeah.
Yes.
Go ahead.
All the support that we received from the different community organizations, the different media, social media outlets, as well as community outlets, it helped to help, bring awareness to the Board of Supervisor and hold them accountable to the promise they made to the different districts of San Joaquin. And so we appreciate all the support from all the different leaders, activists, and community organizations.
Oh, that's awesome. That's amazing that you got pretty much getting to the bargaining table almost a year until now to get that result coming through during the election time. But at the same time, it's really it's awesome that you got some of the implement that the county of Boulevard are willing to give to your member and select what the priority. Isn't that what they expect you to choose from?
May you repeat your question?
I was saying that if they're like, it's been a year from that you had that tenant agreement right now that's been worded during election season that's over now, whatever the election is, but you made it that the supervisor gave you a tenant agreement to select what the member priority. It could be wage increase, supply increase. It could be what else? Some other. I've got you. You said something now. There's a third one you said, but it does help a lot. Whether they get it done as soon as they get it, as soon as possible, right?
Yes. As soon as it goes through the different channels, because after our members vote, there's still a couple more steps to make our the vote official, and so the earliest we can see implementation of this contract would be early summer, and so it's really important for everyone to take time to come to the Union Hall at 4226 Coronado Avenue to come vote, or throughout the weekday. We will be in different Stockton locations every day of the week, and so it's important for folks to take time, if they're out and about, to stop by at one of the locations to place their vote if they're not voting by mail, which is the other option. So we can make sure we secure our contract for the next 3 years.
Oh, that's awesome. 3 years. That's good. That's good. So, all right, great. So you make it. So in other words, all the members have access to go to your Union Hall and also vote by mail. That's pretty. Do they have to pay stamp on it?
No, the posting is already taken care of.
Oh, awesome! So that you make it very convenient for your member to vote that important contract initiative. So I really appreciate everyone got on board and stand behind me. Cause my mom just had I have people who were caregivers before me, took care of me, and I think they are very play a very important role in home giver. Yes. Because they know what they like. They know they have veteran with wife. They have kids with special need, so they know how to deal with this type of illness when in the family unit. And so I do agree. Yeah. I do agree that home care are a very important job. It's next to a nurse, and it's really awesome. It's like a home, a hospice care. You know what I mean? So it's really, I'm very encouraged. That, and I'm an advocate for people with disability, and great to have someone like your organization stand to fight for us. I'm really thankful for ESIU 2015 to protect us. If I ever need help, I need somebody will be there for me to take care of me. So I really thank you for being there, fighting, and really being there when we need help. Really appreciate that.
No problem. Our members, our providers, they love it. They love to help others, and they genuinely care for the work that they do with the different clients that they work with, especially those ones who work with clients who are not their family. I know that they genuinely love helping others, and so thank you for recognizing the hard work of our IHSS providers.
Oh, yes. Thank you so much for everything. And Betty, do you have any question with this? we're going to be closing out for a minute. Thank you for giving us an interview for it, and I really appreciate coming on a radio station and really share what's really going on. And I thank you so much for the interview. And
I have one question, Oli. The
You're
day,
welcome.
can you
Is it
hear
okay
me,
if I
Oli?
share with you
Can she
the
hear me?
different dates
Okay,
that
she's talking.
the different days and locations that will be in addition to the office.
okay.
Yes, go ahead.
So on Tuesday, we will be at the Maya Angelou Library, which is at 2324 Park Lane, Stockton. Zip code is 95205. And on Wednesday, the 11th, we will be at the Northeast Community Center on the grass area. The address is 2885 East Harding Way. The zip code is 95205. On Thursday, the 12th, we will be at the Sherwood Park at 100 West Robin Hood Drive.
Okay.
On Friday, 13th, we will be at Pinella Park, which is 5758 Lorraine Avenue. And on Saturday, we will be at the Tracy Library, which is 20 East Eaton Avenue in Tracy. We will be at all the locations from 10:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. And then we will have our office open, which is 4226 Coronado Avenue, Stockton, California 95204. And we'll be here from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Saturday. And voting is going to commence from the 2nd to the 17th. So please take time to vote.
Wonderful.
And then Betty, you had a question?
Yes, I did have a question. I just wanted to bring something up that I thought was pretty cool. And this was Dolores Huerta standing up for ESIU. And I just wanted to know your feelings about that. You do recall that, right?
Yes. Dolores has she is one of our labor heroes.
Yes.
Heroes. And she has stood up for our long-term healthcare providers many, many, many times. She's gone to San Bernardino and stood up for those members, as well as in Fresno and here in San Joaquin. And so we appreciate and love all the support we receive, and it's very special when Dolores Huerta is also announcing to all of the Board of Supervisors here in California that they need to value our workers. And so I appreciate
Wonderful.
her kind words.
Woo! We're happy to hear that.
Awesome.
We're big supporters
Yeah.
over here. Always having, always will. Just recently, I was out there canvassing, and her name kept coming up with Chavez, and there is candidates out there that support the United Farm Workers, and that's one of the reasons why I just wanted to bring her up, because I did see her on TV. I didn't like the fact that they were taking her to jail, but she had a little hands behind her, and I thought, look at Dolores Huerta still fighting for the people's rights today.
Wow, that's right. I mean, whether it's discipline or
Yeah, and
not,
she has a
and
birthday
have
coming up,
strong
too.
feeling
90
about that.
years.
Yeah.
Yes, 90 years.
Yeah.
She's having
Yes.
is coming up. So, yeah, and it's going to be here in Stockton as well. So I'm excited about that.
Awesome.
Yes.
I hope you
Yeah.
get a chance to video her live, get a chance to talk, because I heard that she talked great thing about when she talks. It's amazing.
She's a wonderful speaker, and
Wonderful,
such a representative for the women in general, and for all people as well. But I love the fact that she
Yeah.
has been there for so long, still supporting. I think she's going to continue. I don't see her stopping. She has energy in her that I wonder where she gets it, because at 90 years old,
Yeah,
I can't even keep up with her.
that's right.
But I just wanted
A
to
real
mention that.
revolutionary.
Yes. Yes. So thank you so much for all the information. This is important because even myself, I have questions in regards to caregivers, because this is something that I'm doing for my mother. She's 85 years old, and I still haven't gotten any help in that area. But I do know that I can probably apply. It's been years now that I've been helping. So I'm just wondering, what all resources are offered out there for the caregivers. And that's something that I'm going to continue to look into, because I'm new at this, but I love the fact that there is so many individuals out there, and especially what you guys are doing is impeccable. It's so needed. It's so needed today. I met a lot of caregivers at a conference where there was all sorts of different resources, and I was loving the fact that it was there, because people definitely need that. And especially the caregivers. They do so much for their families and so much for individuals that are in need.
One last question to ask you. Can you send Betty, you think you have her address and her phone number, the application of the caregiver, and now when you could provide grow more member as you guys grow, because I have seen that there's a lot of people who ask me, they see me protest with them, and they ask me, Doug, I want to get an application to be part of the HSSI for the caregiver, because they want to, because they're helping their mother. They know a friend that needs help, so
Yes.
they need applications that have acted and have been, and nobody cannot find it within the website.
So how about it, Holly? Can you send us an application? I could give you the address. You could note it down. The radio station is
so
always the Voice of San Joaquin.
when they're-
Yes.
So you're saying that when folks are going on the San Joaquin website, they're not able to access the application for IHSS?
Well, the thing is that they don't know they don't know where department that would deal with caregiver provider application. They just don't know what department to go to apply when in the San Joaquin. That's all. But when I tell them to go to the San Joaquin, they don't know what department to go. I don't know what it is here. All I know that people tell me to go apply online, or they were going to provide me an application, like a big copy, and send it to them, to their worker. I mean, to people who are
Okay,
interested.
so then let me give you the telephone number, because there is a referral by phone that they can call, and the telephone number is area code 209-468-1104.
Got it.
Got it. Well, great. That's the information we need to get, and ask them and ask questions. That'd be wonderful. I think it's about time to close. I think, is there any more you want to add, or that's all? It's all completely said.
Oh, nope, that was all.
Thank you so much for your time and your professionalism.
welcome.
We do appreciate you. I know that we were trying to get your friend, the other representative, Estuardo, right? And I know he's out there attending some gatherings, he said. So thank you so much for making yourself available for the Voice of San Joaquin, TVOSJ, your community radio station. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
You're
much for
welcome.
watching.
Thank
Have
you.
a wonderful day, and have a wonderful Monday, right? Thank
Yes.
you. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Yes.
Have
Take
a
care.
wonderful Monday. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Again, I'm going to give that number for the individuals that would like to call in case they have questions, 209-468-1104. And of course, that is the ESIU, California Long-Term Caregivers. So if you know someone, please give them that number, pass it down, or use it yourself, because you may be a caregiver as well. Again, the number is 209-468-1104. Douglas, that was awesome.
Thank you so
Awesome.
much for watching. Take care. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.